can actually wet their skin. But if you've been in Sydney for a while now, you would have smelt some of that smoke in the air the last few weeks. Australia is of course very prone to bushfires as well. It's a very natural part of our life here in Australia. A lot of trees, including their beloved eucalypts, actually rely on the heat from fires in order to germinate. So for these guys, it's actually really important that there are some bushfires. So this fur is actually adapted to that as well. It's actually slightly fire retardant.
That's
so
amazingly soft.
Intensity fire, they can curl into a tight little ball, protect that face, protect their paws, and wait for that fire to go past. Now, this is pretty useful, but of course these days fires are getting a lot more intense, which can have some pretty bad effects on our koalas, as well as our other native wildlife. Now up here we do have all boy koalas. So you would have guessed that from all of their names. So what's missing up here? We've got all boys. Our girls, yeah. So all the girls are downstairs in the ladies' lounge. And up here we call this our bachelor pad. Now the easiest way to tell that these guys are all boys and not girls is by simple, besides the obvious of course, is to look for a dark brown scent gland. You got to see it there on film in the middle of his chest. So this scent gland exudes a dark, sticky substance. And we like to call it our koala cologne. This is their signature scent that they'll rub on trees to indicate that they quite like that tree. Now it is breeding season at the moment as well. So some of our koalas are actually bellowing, which is sort of a deep mating call that they make. If you're not lucky enough to hear it here today, I do recommend Googling it if you're ever bored at home. It's a pretty funny noise. Most people expect something quite sweet from a sweet-looking animal, but in fact it's more like a revving motorbike, maybe with some gargles in there as well. It's not a very pleasant noise, but it does work to seduce the lady koalas, so it works pretty well for them.